Please like the video and share it so that it reaches many more people and you get sawaba, or rewards from Allah. This could be a sawabe jariyah or continuous reward for you long after you are gone.
Volume 4, Book 52, number 281. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. Allah's Apostle sent a Sariyah of 10 men as spies under the leadership of Azam bin Thabit al-Ansari, the grandfather of Azam bin Umar al-Khattab. They proceeded till they reached Hadar, a place between Asfan and Mecca, and their news reached a branch of the tribe of Hudhail called Bani Lahiyan. About 200 men, who were all archers, hurried to follow their tracks till they found the place where they had eaten dates they had brought with them from Medina. They said, "These are the dates of Yathrib," i.e. Medina, and continued following their tracks. When Azam and his companions saw their pursuers, they went up a high place, and the infidels circled them. The infidels said to them, "Come down and surrender, and we promise and guarantee you that we will not kill any one of you." Azam bin Thabit, the leader of the Sariyah, said, "By Allah, I will not come down to be under the protection of infidels. O Allah, convey our news to your Prophet." Then the infidels threw arrows at them till they martyred Azam along with 6 other men, and 3 men came down accepting their promise and convention, and they were Kubayb al-Ansari and Ibn Dathina and another man. So, when the infidels captured them, they undid the strings of their bows and tied them. Then the third of the captives said, "This is the first betrayal. By Allah, I will not go with you. No doubt these, namely the martyred, have set a good example to us." So, they dragged him and tried to compel him to accompany them, but as he refused, they killed him. They took Kubayb and Ibn Dathina with them, and sold them as slaves in Mecca, and all that took place after the Battle of Badr. Kubayb was bought by the sons of al-Harith bin Amir bin Nawfal bin Abd Manaf. It was Kubayb who had killed al-Harith bin Amir on the day of the Battle of Badr. So, Kubayb remained a prisoner with those people. Narrated Az Zuhri. Ubaydullah bin Iyad said that the daughter of al-Harith had told him, when those people gathered to kill Kubayb, he borrowed a razor from me to shave his pubes and I gave it to him. Then he took a son of mine while I was unaware when he came upon him. I saw him placing my son on his thigh and the razor was in his hand. I got scared so much that Kubayb noticed the agitation on my face and said, "Are you afraid that I will kill him?" "No, I will never do so. By Allah, I never saw a prisoner better than Kubayb. By Allah, one day I saw him eating of a bunch of grapes in his hand while he was chained in irons, and there was no fruit at that time in Mecca." The daughter of al-Harith used to say, it was a boon Allah bestowed upon Kubayb. When they took him out of the sanctuary of Mecca to kill him outside its boundaries, Kubayb requested him to let him offer 2 rakat prayer. They allowed him and he offered 2 rakat and then said, "Hadn't I been afraid that you would think that I was afraid of being killed, I would have prolonged the prayer. O Allah, kill them all with no exception." He then recited the poetic verse, "I being martyred as a Muslim, do not mind how I am killed in Allah's cause, for my killing is for Allah's sake, and if Allah wishes, He will bless the amputated parts of a torn body." Then the son of al-Harith killed him. So, it was Kubayb who set the tradition for any Muslim sentenced to death in captivity, to offer a 2 rakat prayer before being killed. Allah fulfilled the invocation of Azam bin Thabit on that very day on which he was martyred. The Prophet informed his companions of their news and what had happened to them. Later on, when some infidels from Quraysh were informed that Azam had been killed, they sent some people to fetch a part of his body, i.e. his head, by which he would be recognized. That was because Azam had killed one of their chiefs on the day of the Battle of Badr. So, A swarm of wasps, resembling a shady cloud, was sent to hover over Azam and protect him from their messenger, and thus they could not cut off anything from his flesh. Volume 4, Book 52, number 282. Narrated by Abu Musa. The Prophet said, "Free the captives, feed the hungry and pay a visit to the sick." Volume 4, Book 52, number 283. Narrated by Abu Juhayfa. I asked Ali, "Do you have the knowledge of any divine inspiration besides what is in Allah's book?" Ali replied, "No, by him who splits the grain of corn and creates the soul. I don't think we have such knowledge, but we have the ability of understanding which Allah may endow a person with, so that he may understand the Quran. And we have what is written in this paper as well." I asked, "What is written in this paper?" He replied, "The regulations of blood money, the freeing of captives, and the judgment that no Muslim should be killed for killing an infidel." Volume 4, Book 52, number 284. Narrated by Anas bin Malik. Some Ansari men asked permission from Allah's apostle, saying, "O Allah's apostle, allow us not to take the ransom of our nephew Al-Abbas." The Prophet replied, "Do not leave a single dirham thereof." In another narration, Anas said, "Some wealth was brought to the Prophet from Bahrain. Al-Abbas came to him and said, 'O Allah's apostle, give me some of it, as I have paid my and Aqil's ransom.' The Prophet said, 'Take,' and gave him in his garment." Volume 4, Book 52, number 285. Narrated by Jubair. Who was among the captives of the Battle of Badr? I heard the Prophet reciting Surah at-Tur in the Maghrib prayer. Volume 4, Book 52, number 286. Narrated by Salama bin al-Aqwa. An infidel spy came to the Prophet while he was on a journey. The spy sat with the companions of the Prophet and started talking and then went away. The Prophet said to his companions, "Chase and kill him." So, I killed him. The Prophet then gave him the belongings of the killed spy, in addition to his share of the war booty. Volume 4, Book 52, number 287. Narrated by Amr bin Maymun. Umar, after he was stabbed, instructed his would-be successor, saying, "I urge him, i.e. the new caliph, to take care of those non-Muslims who are under the protection of Allah and His Apostle, in that he should observe the convention agreed upon with them, and fight on their behalf, to secure their safety, and he should not overtax them beyond their capability." Volume 4, Book 52, number 288. Narrated by Said bin Jubair. Ibn Abbas said, "Thursday. What great thing took place on Thursday?" Then he started weeping till his tears wetted the gravels of the ground. Then he said, "On Thursday the illness of Allah's apostle was aggravated, and he said, 'Fetch me writing materials so that I may have something written to you after which you will never go astray.' The people present there differed in this matter, and people should not differ before a prophet. They said, 'Allah's apostle is seriously sick.' The Prophet said, 'Let me alone, as the state in which I am now is better than what you are calling me for.' The Prophet on his deathbed gave 3 orders, saying, 'Expel the pagans from the Arabian Peninsula, respect and give gifts to the foreign delegates as you have seen me dealing with them.' I forgot the 3rd order." Yaqub bin Muhammad said, "I asked al-Mughira bin Abdur Rahman about the Arabian Peninsula, and he said, 'It comprises Mecca, Medina, al-Yamamah and Yemen.' Yaqub added, 'and al-Arj, the beginning of Tihama.'